Hello, guys. Welcome to our Saturday Chill stream where, well, most of the time, you guys choose what we do. Welcome, everyone. Hi, Lam. Hi, Kent. Jen, Shogi, that has a ring. Pinoeka. Ooh, those are some hypnotic spirals I see over the chat. And Mifa. Hi, guys. Yep. I have no idea what we're gonna do today, as usual. We can talk about Jin changing name. I think it's a bad idea. I think Jin Shogi is something we're already very used to. Unless you have some much cooler proposition, Jen. Trollgi. That sounds like Mifa channel, but I'm not sure about Jen channel. Hello. Last time I remember we did some chess games. Like a chess games. I know that there is chess world championship going on right now. We could play some games. I've been back to Don't Starve again. This time doing better than last time. Wanna play chess? You wanna play chess, Mifa? How good are you in chess? Also, Jen polishing shogi boards. I wonder how do you polish them though? But shogi meetup sounds really exciting. You're a beginner. Okay, I just realized that no matter if I ask Mifa that question or not, I will have no idea about his real strength. I have no idea what Stafford Gambit is. Easy, give them to a Polish. Jen! Where do you find a Polish person in Malaysia, though? Alright, alright. Well, we could try some chess to begin with, Mifa. Since I am supposed to train some chess too for pole lessons, I guess that goes well with our approach, right? Climbing Central King. What? I mean, Jen, what is your proposition? Shall we play some Don't Starve? Shall we play some... What else do I have? Did I have any interesting games recently? Do we read some stuff? Do we talk some stuff? Do we do some Unity? I've been doing another course. Trying to learn how to do a builder game. Then I will learn how to make a card game. With the final approach on making my card game. You found that so many on WSL game. That's cool. How many moves? What do we have? Don't Starve. Many other games. The Pound Barian is a cool game, but I only have the demo. Hello, Tori. You think it was 5 moves? Jen, I know you can do better. Where are you, Mifa? What with our chess game? Shall we play it, or was it just for troll that you said it? Aperi, I believe Aperi is not a chess program, but... Puzzle Streak, Puzzle Storm, Puzzle Life, Puzzles. Puzzles. How do puzzles work? Oh, Kent? Is that Kent? I assume the nickname is the same, so... guess here we go. What's the difference between those? Does hair more shadow? お願いします。You forgot your password? Okay. Misclick already? Well, you can go back if you want. There is this undo button. You know. By the way, I have no idea what I'm doing, so... Yeah, Mifa, but I'm playing right now against Kent. Who seems to know what he's doing. Yeah. Yes, Jen, tomorrow we have the Sunday stream a little bit later. We will have the Brazilian Shogi meeting, where we're gonna do a lot of cool games. That was a prime move, by the way. All right. Let me take a look to not lie about the time we had the stream. I'm gonna remind you guys on Discord. I think it's gonna be like 1 hour to 2 hours later. 17, so 1 hour later than usual. Of course, it's gonna take 2 hours, but it's gonna be 1 hour later. And then on Monday we will have the Oli stream again. Should have Karo play some Chu Shogi. Last time I tried it didn't really work. But if you guys are up to it, we could try, yes. I know, right, Todd? Did I have a better move here? Just rethinking more. Oh, this one. I thought about the other rook, but not this one. It's smart. Might be lost here. You can still win. Well, it's difficult. It's currently difficult. Pretty difficult. Oh, this is very bad. Yep. GG. Maybe that's greedy. It looks like this is good, but actually it wasn't, so maybe I can play something else here. Develop a piece instead. How does it work again? Computer analysis. Yeah, so it seems the queen was the bad move, yeah. So what was better then? Knight. So double protect this square, I guess, because it can be chased away. And then we can target this move. I mean, like this move, I guess, to block off the bishop. Yeah, that looks more reasonable. Seems black has the advantage, right? And the best move I could have played was here? What? I'm a little bit confused. Why is this a good move? Oh! What is this black magic? Oh my god, I'm glad we play this game in order to see this move. This is amazing. I shall remember this. It's great. This is... I wouldn't have even imagined a move like this. It's amazing. So it's because the knight left the protection, right? And I have the knight here. Yeah. So black has advantage around here. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. I was kind of happy to attack this square. So I'm glad that my feeling was correct. But here, that's amazing. All right. Yeah. All right, Mifa, you wanna play too? You said you had a game set up. Yeah, so maybe some of the chess players can explain it to me. Why there are some random people coming to the board and like playing the first move? Oh, I guess that explains it. But it's so weird to me, like so weird. Okay. Oh, I opened it in the wrong window. Wait a sec. Okay, onegaishimasu, I guess. So I'm confused because I can take your pawn, right? But I cannot tell if it's good or bad. Might be greedy to try it, to learn once for all. Okay. Pretty sure there was something crazy here, I just don't remember. Usually an elected political or high-profile person plays the first move of a major event. Sometimes that first move is something that the player disagrees with. Wait, what? Can you do that? But that's so... Wait, isn't it like the... Okay, like the championship is where they prepare for a match, right? And then someone would play a move that they disagree with and like totally break their preparation. They can take it back. Oh, okay. Thanks, Nobleron. That would be weird if they couldn't. If they were forced to play some opening like, I vote for I prefer for Magnus to win, pushes the edge pawn, you know. It would seem kinda easily to be rigged. High profile person handicap. Maybe I should copy what you did as well. I don't think in a World Championship they've been forced to play odd moves. But in other events, sometimes player might be expected to go with it. That's weird. That makes my... I don't know the English word, but it makes me feel like that's unimaginable. How dare you move my pieces, break all my preparation? How dare you, you know? I've trained 20 years to get to this final match, and you move a weird and you play this horrible opening for me. How dare you, you know? Something like that. Well, in the past they were, you know, playing without a lens. This bishop feels very weird to me. I shouldn't have played this move, but hey, we're having fun today. Chess is too hard. I agree, Mifa. I can imagine Lily like jumping and she's like, oh no, what are you doing? This is not how you're supposed to play chess. I'm never coming back to Shogi Harbour again. It's a disgrace. I can imagine something like that happening. Chess Harbor. I wouldn't be surprised if it existed already. I don't know if you remember, guys, there was this one guy who like copied our TTS idea into chess. I forgot what his server was named or anything. But he like took our TTS series and he named it something very similar, but in chess terms. He would divide it to 3 tournaments as well. And also have like 9 rounds or something like that. Karolina. Yes, that's exactly how. Yes. Such a good move. I don't know how to answer. In a parallel dimension where Shogi solved game and chess is still baby like Shogi in this world. Well, if Shogi was solved, then I believe chess would be solved as well, Jen, but I might be wrong. Oh, I see. But I can do this, right? Parallel world. Well, parallel world needs to make sense, right? In the world, people can live without dropping pieces. Oh god. Hey, we live in a world that we cannot live without breathing, but it doesn't mean that we can dive without. I'm really curious what happens if I take the bishop. This probably isn't a good idea, but probably not. Apparently in today's World Championship game, the player moves aren't matching the engine's recommendation. That's good. They're trying to surprise each other, make it interesting for once instead of making a draw. By the way, is it streamed on? Oh. Queen's Gambit. The black position, I never saw something like this. White like this as well. It's kind of surprising. Maybe it's normal, I don't know. Isn't this pawn hanging, by the way? Kinda looks like it is. Anyway, I think I'm during the game right now. Losing on time. Did my headphones die? I think they died. This is why I don't hear. Because the rook was hanging or something. Okay, I will check that in a second. I'm panicking a little bit now. Probably could have a better move. I don't really understand why I don't hear the sound of the clock ticking, but maybe because that's not beyond me. I have no idea. Why is chess so difficult? I'm looking at this position, I'm like, I don't know what my objective is. It looks so crazy to me. The more pattern, you know. Ah, that one. The one that I have as well. I also reading it. I found the pattern. Oh, that was really good game, Ifa. I know you are copying me in the opening. But I think this pawn push was so much better because your bishop is so much more active than mine. I thought. I wonder what the computer would say, but... Here I was expecting this, maybe. First, to like block my knight. And then you can push the pawn to like target it. Wasn't sure about that. Well, it was quite complex, Mifa. It was quite complex. And I don't know if you're trolling, because usually you do. So I cannot be really sure whenever you're playing me full strength or not. Last time we played Shogi, you definitely didn't. So I hope at least you had fun. But yeah, today we have a chill stream, so I wouldn't mind you playing chill as well. Seems like white was much better. Yeah, this... I hear the rook, I wasn't sure how to answer that. Is there a good move here? Yeah, queen. Then if you push... I see, I just attack the queen. Okay. I'm curious about the first... This... Yeah, taking, pushing. Going back seems correct. Oh, and then you play here. But then it's hard to tell who's better, right? But yeah, I can put my knight here as well. It's very symmetrical. What is this opening? Our today's title challenger is here as well. Seems like this is playable. Russian game, classic attack, martial variation. Yeah. Thanks, Toad. Yeah, I figured it out. Russian game. We went full Russian. Mifa. I have the option of not taking the pawn, right? D4. D4 seems even more crazy. It seems taking it is more popular. I don't know what Stafford. Petrov is a little drawish in high-level game. Fun gambits here, I see. So Mifa played a fun opening, that's cool. Wait, but how do I go back to the game variation? This is the game variation, right? Yeah. So it's even. No game found. Okay. Oh, so the rook first. But we are already off the Joseki. How much is Disco Elysium in your Steam store? 50% off. Quite expensive. Still. The final cut is like 20 francs. In chess, open positions, pushing pawn is quite often slow. What do you mean, Toad? Like this pawn push? In open position. I see, because we want to get use of the other pieces. I see. That makes sense. It's like we're pushing the edge pawn in Shogi opening when we have a quick attack. It also doesn't make much sense. Right, I would play instead of c4. Yeah, I mean, it looks aggressive because I'm forcing the pawn to move. My idea was if the pawn is here, then I can target it. But on the other hand, it's really hard to target it. So I thought maybe I should like oppose it as well. Seems there are some games with this position. But computer proposes the rook, which funnily enough makes it even. And here, I mean, black seems to be winning horribly here. No, wait, this is draw, right? This is black. Okay, so draw. Mirrored positions arrive in draw. That's the same in Shogi, I guess. It's hard to target, yeah. So yeah, activate the pieces, I see. Yeah, but then they play here and... Okay, yeah. So it seems computer prefers this, but there's also this move. Play it in a real game. Oh. Okay, Jen, thank you. Do you want us to play it on stream then? So if you were so kind, I could play it on the stream immediately, depending how quickly it's, you know, downloads, but... Ito, Jen, I cannot find you on the list of people. Here you are. Kent definitely doesn't seem like a beginner to me in chess. That would explain a lot. Wait, but aren't you... No, you knew Japanese, but no, there's so many things I don't understand about Kent and why is he so strong at those games. Mentioning this semi-pro teacher explains stuff. But yeah. Oh, this was... yeah. It's a weird move. It does make sense though. Pawn push? But it like helps the bishop develop, no? Oh, patterns, all right. Patterns, I see. Oh, that looks painful. We don't take the queen? Really, computer? Wait, how is this wrong? It's not wrong, okay. Push is so damaging to black's king's safety. I don't see why is it damaging. Now that I see this move, I'm like, oh, you know. Yeah, of course Steam is ripping you off. Yeah, me off. Yeah, of course. Hey, yo, Nasaran. It is scary, it is. So if Jen... Let's play really Shogi. I'm scared, Kent, honestly speaking. Taking the queen is imprecise. Oh yeah, by the way, Gabri, you wanted to explain to me why the pawn cannot be taken, I think? Because of the... something about the rook. Oh, because the rook is under attack. I see it now. I see it now. But then we are still not defend. But then we could take it here, I guess. Yeah, all right. This is so complex. I just like watching the games of those strong chess players. Like, I don't understand the moves, but they look somewhat beautiful to me. I just cannot tell why. Like, they never put the piece in a weird spot. It's like, makes sense. Here I would think the pawn is hanging, but there's some reason why it's not, right? Because there's this fork. Okay. Two for one, is it? No, it's rook for a knight, right? The fact that we don't take this pawn, this breaks my brain. Hey, Jen, thank you so much. All right, we will buy that game then. Stafford is like Yokofudo in Shogi. I see. That sounds scary. In that case, we shall buy that game. Disco Elysium, right? Be right back. Okay, Karo needs to check stuff. All right. And we shall install. Okay, knight takes... Merry Christmas. Thanks, Jen. Thanks so much. Bishop, knight takes b5. Here. Oh, to like... I see. But he didn't do that, right? Again, the queen doesn't matter. Doesn't work. That's kind of weird, right? Takes. But why wouldn't it work? Takes. Goes here, actually. Seems to be fine, right? I mean, materially speaking, black is better, no? What system are you learning? What system are you disliking to learn? Are you talking about chess openings or? They are two computers. So Carson is white actually. So is he a disadvantage? No, it's even actually. Oh my god. How is it even though? Oh, so is this updating it? I hope it's updating it. You're talking about chess. Well, currently I'm more like learning about endgames and like tactics rather than the opening itself. So I just try to push the e4 pawn or sometimes go for queen gambit, but that's all. I have almost no knowledge about the openings, unfortunately. Yes, but the e5 pawn, stay there. The d file is closed forever. I see. So my question would be, why don't we move to the e file, to the b file instead? Oh no, you're saying the e file is closed forever. D file, no, you say D because of knight. So even though he's at piece disadvantage, you're saying this knight is strong, yeah, with this pawn, and that evens up the game. Why does Nepo not care about pawns? He's playing like file version of Alpha Zero. Some toxicity here. That's what you call an outpost knight, I see. He's guarding the white king against two rooks and a queen. You shall not pass, yeah. So is it drawish or is it like black will actually play for the win? Very smart. You're going to be an extremely strong player since you started with endgames. Thank you so much. But yeah, I mean, they're clearly more important to win a chess game, right? Wait, are you not in Japan? Yes, I'm not in Japan, Kent. I would be probably streaming in the middle of... No, is it the middle of the night? It would be middle of the night in Japan, right? To stream at this hour. Oh, install the game. Toad says this is a challenging position for both players. Black had a 1 fight advantage earlier according to Stockfish. Me in the middle of the night, said Pepets. Jen, no! I think Nepo will try to play for the win, but Carson is a monster in endgame, so he has a good chance of holding. But if you're planning to challenge such monster, this would be the best timing to do so, right? You have to consider that. Okay, so you're saying at some point black will... Here the black seems better, right? So it seems taking this pawn was a huge mistake. No, this move was great. So why is this a mistake though? And why we wanna... Okay, I see. We wanna delete this outpost knight. Let's just play random moves from the computer and see how it develops. But yeah, computer moves are kind of... So I guess it would feel natural to have this rook open. And here we're keeping closed, right? But what are we gaining in the meantime? In the meantime, now this queen looks very strong, right? Now this queen perhaps looks strong? I don't know. How do I explain this? Let me read the chat again. Nepo tried to go for win based on position, but Magnus will use that well and draw. Magnus, a master with knights. Knights are the most difficult to me. Either black made mistakes or Stockfish is bad at evaluating certain positions. Most likely black made some mistakes. I see. Oh, this is we're also using Stockfish. I see. Okay. For some reason, I don't understand what's the cloud thing here, but I assumed it was like cloud, but actually it's Stockfish. Okay. So those moves were played. According to the computer, it's still even. And the knight is like so strong right now, right? So strong. "30 seconds increments until move 60, they say. 20,000 K spectators incoming, they're saying. It's like million, billion. That's a little bit too big of a number, I think, but... Cloud means that some other viewer is running Stockfish and you get to see the evaluation and variation. Ah, I see. So it's like a variation from the cloud. I see. There is a insane game between Magnus and Vincent Kamer where Magnus won with pair of knights against the bishop pair in open position. That sounds epic. I heard double bishop is super strong in open position, but to be able to win that... I mean, obviously Magnus is a monster, but it kind of breaks the rules of chess, no? So black technically should be happy with a draw, but also not happy with a draw. It's kind of a weird position. I mean, because they're black, so technically they should go for a draw, right? But they have the rook versus knight. I don't know. I'll probably pick up Shogi once my rating breaks 2000 online in chess rating. Honestly, if you say so, if it breaks 2000, I guess you should continue playing chess in that case, because you would be on the flow, so you shouldn't just change the game. But of course, we will welcome you in Shogi world at any time. It's just that I know how it goes, you know, with those ratings. You are like, yeah, I got 2000, time to go for 2100, you know? And then you're like, oh no, I'm losing again. Oh no, I have to do my best again. And then you forget what you wanted to do. That would be in my case, probably, but I don't remember if he was up in material, so Vincent was 15 at that time. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, so if according to my judgment, if this rook moves, this pawn is falling. So this is why moving it is good. That's what I assumed. Oh my god, the king is going wild. King is going wild. Draw in 20 minutes, probably, someone said in the chat. In the chess chat. Oh, so we actually see the time they have left, right? 16 minutes versus 10, but they have like those weird chess increments, so... I see that Magnus has 2855 ELO. I wonder how much ELO Fuji would have. Considering he had like so many games in a row won. Nepo is not 30 minutes ahead of on time. That's impressive. Oh, yeah. They're quite close. 15 versus 10, yeah. So he doesn't have that much of an advantage here. The computer is showing to exchange the queens, right? In that case. I mean, what I learned in chess is that once you have a piece advantage, you should go and try to exchange the pieces. So I assume that's what it would mean. It's still quite surprising that it wouldn't be enough to... Ooh, that's a different move than the computer. People think it's a draw. If the queen goes here, and if this rook comes here, and then we exchange it, then we would have queen versus rook endgame. And because it's the same, I would feel like it's a draw. I don't know. I have no idea how the theory works, but it would feel drawish. And having a queen on the board means that it's less likely to be a draw, maybe? I don't know how chess endgames works. Once queen is so strong, right? So there's always possibility of like checkmate. If the queen is gone, it feels more drawish. Just my feeling. Please correct me, chat, if I'm so wrong. So what black is trying to do? This queen is really protecting everything well right now. What if they put pressure on this pawn? Then we just push it and it's fine. Then they take, and then the queen falls. If we put double pressure, do we just defend it with this? It's fine. Then we have this passed pawn versus this passed pawn. And then the king, this king is closer. I don't know. I have no idea how to judge it. Knight plus queen tend to be very good at forming checkmate, says Toad. I see. Having more pieces on the board keep more chances to create something, especially with opposite color bishops endgame. I see. Opposite, like black versus white type of endgame, because they cannot protect against each other, right? And this is why they have more chances to create something. Yeah, I would imagine like black versus black, you check the king and then the other bishop comes and he blocks the check and then bishop gets exchanged. But if it's white bishop versus black and you make a check, you cannot use the bishop. You cannot exchange them, right? Maybe that's the logic. King comes closer. Avoiding also this knight check, right? Wait, speaking of which... No, he cannot do it because the queen takes. Okay, I had to calculate that in my head. You love the commentary, thank you so much. It's just me being confused about two champions playing. Just me being confused about stuff. Exactly, the attacking side have the advantage because the other bishop can oppose the attacking bishop. So it's like one piece down. Makes sense. Makes sense. Especially today's game against Kent, it kind of felt it like this bishop like poking the king at the right angle. Like rook and the bishop just itself look really painful. So I can imagine that in another pattern. The chat is getting emotional on this webpage. I'm not sure. Is there an option? I'm not sure if I want to see this chat or not. It seems very toxic at times. Not really educational in any manner. Yes, opposite bishop often leads to a draw. Of course, pawn structure can allow for a win. I see. Pawn structure is important as well. Press Z to go into Zen mode. The green button? Oh, it hides. Okay. Yeah, sometimes they say something smart, but most of it's... Plus 0.1 white is winning, they're saying. They want full draw. Clock is ticking. So they're getting excited because it moved a moment, but still showing 0 on my screen. Z shows something else. Computer analyzing is disabled. There are 19,000 people watching. Most of the chat is the most excited people. Yeah. Sounds like it. C4. We should join them then. So exciting. Will Magnus lose on time? I don't think so. Yeah, personally, I would be really, really lost in this. Wait, is white actually better or is my computer stabilizing yet? Plus 0, 1. It jumped a little. Oh, hydrate, thank you so much. It's happening. Wait, it's actually good for... Wait, was it a blunder? The queen was a blunder? Woohoo. No, it fell down a little bit. Okay. Oh, it fell down again. Okay. Oh, it's falling down again. All right, maybe it's a draw. Maybe we got overexcited. 0 point something advantage hardly converts to in a winning advantage. Yeah, for us, but imagine like Magnus, like, I can read deepness of 50,000 moves and I can see that in the future, this one move, this one amazing sacrifice is gonna win the whole game. That would be terrifying. That's how I imagine like Magnus' brain works. But hey, what do I know? If I only had a red and black calligraphy pen, I can retouch the Shogi piece I'm polishing. Technically, I don't know what do you mean by polishing. Shogi pieces should be like slightly, perhaps like rubbed against sandpaper, like a very, very soft paper. It's not a sandpaper, it's a very soft paper. And usually like the palm, like you have natural oil on your hands and it should be enough to like take care of pieces without additional things. But yeah, if you polish too much and you scrub off the ink, for example, that's very bad. And yeah, they have a special ink for that as well, very thick ink. It's really hard to use it. They did not play it in like 10 years. I see. Send me my picture now, I'm interested. Pawn structures on E files and D and H are open. Okay, wait. E file, D and H are open position perfect for knight to operate. I have no way of telling that. I'm impressed you saying that. C files. I have no way of telling that. I mean, this knight looks very impressive, but like a tiny sun that blinds your opponent. See, you can't. Oh no, don't make your mom angry. You meant a file, not a. I like how the word meant became the word meat as well. H-A, I see over here. Yeah, I have no way of telling it. How do you judge that? Please. On E and D. So E and D. Oh, like if the knight would be here, it would affect the square? That's what you mean? Or... Like, I wish I had this ability to, like, judge. Oh, yeah, that's, like, 0.5 points for Sente to win in this go position. But it's way too complex for me. So the computer says to take, actually. Steam has finished downloading Disco Elysium, but I'm afraid that we're really into this game right now. Where is it? Yeah, downloaded. Hello! I have no idea how to read your name. Mahmoud El Nakeb. Welcome. Thank you, Jen. All right. We are so much into this match right now. Kasparo, Knight on the 6th row can be really strong and annoying. I see this one. 6th row. Yeah, it definitely looks annoying. Don't read if you don't know. Okay, I'm so sorry. Sorry for trying. Yeah, there's no increment of the move 61 and we are in move 37. This is how it works. So he has 4 minutes left to play 30 moves. This is how it works. Oh, you get extra 1 hour after 40 moves. Okay, so they're almost at 40 moves. Thank you. Hey, thank you for the follow, Pol Pot. Capuchia. You will learn power structure and which piece to take to the end game when you learn middle games. Oh god, the middle games. No, I'm not there. I'm at the 5,334 problems of Polgar. That's my end game book for now. Is it real chess? Yeah, it's a real championship. Magnus versus that person, that name I cannot really read. Nepomniachtchi. I have no idea how to read the last part. But yeah. Ian. Yeah, Ian. Nepo. Yeah, that sounds good. Call him Nepo. Alright. Should I call Magnus Magno as well? Oh, they exchanged the rook finally. So the knight outposts seem to be too strong. Normally it's 30 seconds increments for move and 1 hour increments for move 40. For this much you don't know. Okay. Well, in 2 moves we're gonna find out if they move magically jumps to 1 hour. I also wonder how it works. Do they bring another clock, or is the clock programmed that after 40 moves it gets 1 hour? Carson, okay. Now material is even, so white will torture his opponent for many moves. Alright. When do they play the next game? Do they play it like tomorrow or Monday? I was quite surprised. Didn't they play like the game 1 yesterday? Or is it says 1 game? Yeah, but today is 2nd game, right? Like in Shogi, you would have a few days of break and then like a party and then stuff like this. But here, oh, those pieces. Oh, they really look old. Did you polish that ink like that, or is it just because of the edge? I mean, they're quite cute, cute like that. The edge makes them look better. Kinda. But I'm quite surprised because the king has like this line. It seems like somebody tried to paint it and he failed already. And yeah, the promoted sides are faded, so maybe they seems like somebody left them on sun for too long. I thought I heard the commentators say there's no increment, so how they gonna finish? Maybe going for the time win is better chance. Probably can be something like game, rest, and repeat. I see. 3 games in a row. Ah, it's quite unusual to play a game on Sunday though, isn't it? Monday is a rest day. I'm kind of laughing because I also stream on Saturday, Sunday, and usually Monday is my rest day. So I'm like, yeah, that's relatable. But today, this week, Monday, we'll have a stream as well. So the clock is programmed. Okay, that sounds more practical. Yeah, but let's say there was no increments and Nepo would play quickly sharp moves and Carson would just run out of time. That would be possible, right? Yeah, it looks so, Jen. It looks so. If you are in need of shogi pieces, I can send you some, Jen. Don't try to reuse old pieces. I can get you new ones. I have few plastic sets with me here. You can always get some for you from Renmei. You have 10 sets. Well, you can have more. So if the queen takes the pawn, it seems natural, but I know it doesn't seem natural, but the computer's pointing to it. If we go here or something, doesn't seem too bad. This looks better, but like it's kind of scary because this is a check, right? And then this pawn is falling. I would be really happy, like, aha, I took your pawn. But now that I'm seeing, yes, we have this pawn advantage, but there is not a really good way for us to utilize that advantage. This is how weird chess is sometimes. Oh, so he moved the queen instead. Chess is a draw, somebody said. Yes, yeah. So if there is 0.2%, computer says, is computer able to win from that position? Or is it just like a draw until it's like one pawn or something? How does it work with those numbers, guys? Two common sets, two mega shogi sets. I don't know what are two mega shogi sets. 7 boards and pieces, but there are like used sets. Common sets are very new. Yeah, if you have like tournaments, it's better to get plastic ones because they last longer and it's easier to clean, which is also more relevant in the COVID times. You know, you can clean up the pieces after each game. Reverse move order, no check. Both players wants a draw, I see. On my board, black hasn't played queen yet. I see. Dobutsu, rare, Goro Goro. Goro Goro set. Last year, that was some tie breaks with Armageddon format. Yeah, I heard about it. 5+0 for white and 4+0 for black. If the game draws, it's a win for black. The game quality was very lower in this game. I see. But yeah, having a way to avoid draws seems important. Wait, if the game is a draw, it's win for black. That's quite scary, isn't it? I know, because black is, sorry, for some reason I thought black is white in chess, but yeah, white, yeah, it makes sense if it's win for black, yeah. So it's win for Gote, kinda, in shogi terminology. The engine's numbers are truly a mystery, but 0.0 often indicates that draw is likely. But what about 0.2? What does it tell us? Because that gets me excited that white have some chance, but 0.2, let's be honest, doesn't seem like a huge advantage. So where is that 0.2 coming from, you know? All right, Jen. Yeah. Remember that I'm always happy to help. Isn't the engine number advantage in number of pawns or something? Yeah. So like if you have one, it means you have one pawn advantage. That's how I understand. But currently the pawns are equal, right? And so it means he has some positional advantage, I think. But then the question is, how big of advantage it has to be so that it's a win as opposed to a draw? The computer number doesn't tell us much, basically. Engine evaluations are used to help the engine select moves which it can use to win, but humans don't always play like engines. Yeah, that's also true. By the way, I saw some Hikaru Nakamura game that he bamboozled the computer somehow. The computer thought they have material advantage, and instead of going for a draw, he went for a win, and therefore the computer lost. So I find it interesting that he would expose the computer like that. Hikaru no Go, no. Justice says, I guess the black king is more exposed than white and can be harassed by the queen. Yeah, that could be a thing. 0.2 sounds like white has a pawn closer to the E and fires. E file or like the row. Closer to the air frank, yeah. E and D files, okay, E and D. Yeah, but this pawn is literally on the E file, but this pawn is, yeah, I guess this pawn is a little bit better than this edge pawn, perhaps. So it's closer to the D file, that's what you mean, I hope. I'm not going for another Hikaru no Go marathon, but don't. I was really excited when Fuji Boom happened. There were many shogi mangas coming out, but none of them were as good. I was reading one called Mononofu, and there was some other ones showing up, but those mangakas doesn't seem to like understand how shogi works and how to get people excited about this, which is pretty sad. Seems like a missed chance there. But hey, maybe shogi isn't as exciting as we thought. Let me say something controversial, like a little bit of brainstorming. Maybe it's not as exciting as we thought. Shogi is boring, says Jin. Yeah. No, I mean, like, how do I say it? Like, I'm thinking how to make that shogi game, right? And how the heck do I show it that it's interesting while also teaching the rules to play, right? It's quite a difficult thing to do. Thinking of it, chess are symbols, so it kind of makes your imagination go wild. Like, oh, this is a queen, so she has like a queen crown and looks so cool. And in shogi, you have those kanji and makes it look boring, right? Like, what are those? Like, people look at it and... Oh, they said shogi pieces move too slow? Well, yeah. If you think about this, then yeah, but then you have the drops, right? So maybe he just didn't know about the drop rule. RPG board game. How would you make it RPG board game? And isn't it... How do you make it RPG board game, though? Exactly, c5 is better than a7 plus closer to promoting. Thank you, Flint. Now I understand. So its positioning is a little bit better, but it doesn't mean it's winning, right? Todd says, I suppose also in recent years, engines use numbers generated by neural networks, so they find patterns which we struggle to understand. Yeah, so Todd, what we need is just put this additional explanation of which pattern they found and why they're so happy with it. This would be quite more tutoring. I don't find the English word, but much more interesting to look at than a single number. Oh, you think it's not the latest? I tried to move it, but... Okay, let me refresh it then. Game 1. Oh, it's not. Oh, thank you so much. Jeez, definitely it's not. I was like, they had so much not enough time, right? Wait. So this move wasn't the move at all. They took... Oh god, guys, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Schmidt. Thank you so much. Oh god. Alright, so I'm gonna refresh it just to keep it here. It seems like this is the game, right? Yeah, now it moved. Alright. So yeah, they got 1 hour. You were right. They got 1 hour thinking time. Everyone in the chat are predicting the queen check. Yeah, it would be more useful if engines provided more than a single number, but engine developers mostly care about making an engine that wins, not the one that has good explanations. Well, if they had an engine that makes good explanations, they would earn a lot of money, so I don't see why that would be wrong. So this is to exchange the rooks and go for the e-pawn win, right? Or something. Now it's a draw. Now they cannot make the mistake, right? That queen exchange leads to an easy draw, I see. You think they would just shake hands? What a slugfest, somebody said. And 100% everyone in the chat saying draw would lose this with black. But yeah, this is not we who are playing this game. This is top players that are playing, so we can predict it. It's gonna go one or another. Shake hand, Tesuji. Are you allowed to shake hands in COVID times? How does it work? I mean, I would be, for example, if I would be white, I would be upset. I have a pawn up. Why would this be a draw? But... And yeah, speaking of which, you always guys say that in the middle game, having these islands is good. But just having this makes it very drawish, right? If they had like a pawn here, that would be completely different story. If this pawn would be here. So... if you think about how to avoid drawish, I would imagine something else. Top 1 and top 4 to 5 in the world. Don't remember Nero's rating. Yeah. For white to win, either they need to promote a pawn. No, wait. Either they need to win a pawn or promote the F pawn. Or find a surprise checkmate. They need to win up. But you mean win one more pawn? Like, they would need to have 2 pawn advantage to win? Because they're already leading 1 pawn, right? Q drop. That's not how chess works, I think. Somebody said, I would lose king versus king against Magnus. Yeah, I mean, Magnus surviving this is pretty impressive, but if Magnus managed to win this, that would be like deadly. Edge pawns are quite hard to handle though, especially in rook endgames, I see. Yeah, when there are very few pieces remaining, having pawns on both sides, left and right, can be useful. I see, Toad. So it goes... I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Usually a 2-pawn advantage would be needed if all pawns are on the same side. I see. We're learning some good stuff today. Also, a 2-pawn advantage often isn't enough. Oh god, chess is difficult. They should just trade kings and call it a day, honestly, somebody said. Alright, so what if we go crazy and push this pawn, try to exchange? I guess it's still gonna be a draw, but yeah, the computer changed its mind. Yeah. I wonder if we could analyze some of those games with Paul on our chess stream. But yeah, I don't know, but having a game lose in a draw, and in a draw is not the most exciting thing to watch. For me, personally. Yeah, so... Lucena? What's a Lucena? I guess more interesting question is, can white somehow turn it around? I mean, obviously it's a draw, but is there a way for white to like trick the opponent still? Okay. If black loses this position, every future endgame book will include this. No pressure. It's a theoretical draw, 1 pawn with rook versus a rook. I see. Thanks, Magic. So yeah, as Todd said, having 1 pawn advantage will lead in the position you mentioned. I see now. So it's a good pattern, again, good pattern to remember, right? If the pawn gives a check on the king, does he go up? I mean, I can imagine the king goes here, this king goes here. And then, like, they do this. And then they can get the pawn, right? So maybe they have to use the rook instead. I have no idea. This pawn then can be attacked like this, right? I have no idea. I think Lucena is the winning pattern. The draw pattern is Philidor, says Gabri. Well, we can look it up. Lucena position. They can forcibly win a game. So if you have this position, you can win. Most rook and pawn versus rook endgame reach either the Lucena position or Philidor position if played correctly. The side with pawn will try to reach the Lucena position, and the other side will try Philidor to draw. Okay, so Philidor is the draw, and Lucena is to win. Thank you. No, Magic. It's really interesting for me to learn this stuff. Actually, I want to take a look at it later. Yeah, with Paul, we also studied some endgame. Last week we did king and rook versus king and queen, and we managed to checkmate the king somehow. Now it's +0-3. Plus 0-3 seems more convincing than 0-0 again. So, oh wow. Well, now it's wow. Lifelong learning. At 29, I'm still learning lots of stuff. Yep. So, okay, so we actually have to read about this little bit to understand who's going to win, right? Although it seems very complex. But here is this position. White wins with either side to move. But there's no pawn on... Oh no, this is a queen. Oh, this is the puzzle that we did with Paul. This is the one. Queen versus rook. Okay, this is the one that we did. Black to move can draw with rook a5, pawn push, and rook a1. Continue checking from behind. Okay. White to move wins, black to move draws. So this is like in the middle of the position of the board. Here we have more like the edge pawn situation. I know it's super small, I know. I don't think we are able to read it anyway, so... So if we arrive at this position, it's winning, apparently. This is the Lucera. Mate in 21. Oh, there is a forced mate. Takes b4. Cannot prevent from promote. So somehow we end up in this position, eh? So this is pawn on the second file. So what happened? King went up and this king went sideways. Ooh. It's getting confusing. Fiddler, I think, is basic. King on the back rank. King on the back rank in front of the pawns and rook defending on the 7th. Accidentally flexing the huge screen, yeah. So yeah, that's Fiddler. Fiddler was the draw one, right? Yeah. No, Fiddler, white wins. That's the queen one. Okay, this seems very complicated. Very complicated. I'm gonna pass on this for now. But yeah, Fiddler to draw. Lucena to win. L like somebody's going to lose. Let's remember it like this for now. Fiddler like P, please let me survive. Yeah, gotcha. Hydrate. Yep. Stretch. Also, thank you for the follow. Oh yes, I need some stretching. Too much sitting. It's really an interesting endgame and more impressive that it was discovered in the 70s or 80s. Yeah. without computers and stuff. Philidor position isn't complicated. You just put the rook on the 8th rank, and when white plays e5, e6, you play the rook a1 and then check from behind, and it's a draw. All right, yeah. I guess that's what you read. So yeah, if you say it's simple, that's yeah. But the problem is, like, there's this position as well. And the question is, how do you achieve it, and when it's a draw and then when it's not? And also, what if it's not the central pawn? It's like very confusing in my brain, at least. So here white will draw. So it's 6 and 3, okay. So maybe if we keep that rule simple, maybe it's... Okay, so the rook went here. Take the pawn. Nope. I play shogi, which is Japanese chess. So on my stream, we're very confused about what's going on the chessboard, but we're enjoying every second of it. It's more like the chat is teaching us how to play chess, actually. Shogi Harbour. So if the king goes back, that's a draw, right? He continues checking. If the king goes down, we take this pawn. It would be weird. So the king has to go sideways? Oh, but he took. How often do you play chess per week? Never like chess anyway. We have the weekly, well, I guess bi-weekly stream with Paul about chess. I wasn't like doing it regularly, but today we have a chill stream and we decided to watch the championship. So I guess we're getting to play chess more and more often. This looks so weird to me. It looks like this pawn can go here and promote, and somehow it's a draw. Looks so weird to me. Yeah, well, last week we had chess mini games, not chess technically. But yeah, we've been enjoying chess more and more. I just played to look smart. This is how you get all those ladies, sub. So what are you doing? Well, makes the glasses push with the pushes the glasses with finger like a manga genius. I play chess, you know. I mean, it's good to know how it works. Feints, yes. I cannot believe. Now, what happens if you're a Magnus, actually? No, I guess when you're like Magnus or Fuji level, they're not interested in girls. They're like, chess or shogi is my life, and they're like, nope. Yeah, can you play chess? Move, woman, I need to play my board game. That's how I imagine it being. Joking about it, I have no idea if Magnus is married or not. Sadly, yeah, chess is their life. Well, it's not sadly, it's their choice, come on. You have to sacrifice something to get something, right? It's an equal exchange, as they say in the alchemy. Full Metal Alchemist. Okay, so what if he pushes the pawn after that? Oh, there's a check simply because the pawns don't take backwards. Okay, yeah, that's good, good. You think he has a girlfriend? Ooh. Ooh. Now the second question, what is her chess rating? Immediately following that question. You are Magnus' girlfriend, Jen? I mean, I knew you had the drama with the Mario Kart and stuff, but to go that extreme immediately, that's surprising. Magnus sucks, my computer plays better than him. Well, that's not how these things work, but yeah. Really? Interesting things we're learning today. A whole new word. Yeah. So how does it work? They have like 14 games or something, and then they have the Armageddon thing again, with the black winning in case of draw. I heard Magnus is really strong at those quick games. So if the rook goes there, the king defends the pawn. And then what? It seems like we will have 2 pawns versus 1 pawn situation continuing. But then we can make a check. The king will go to under the pawn. Then we can attack the pawn. The rook will come to defend. And then what? And then what? I don't understand chess. They have 14 games, all of them will end in draw, and then they will be decided with a 10 minutes game. Yeah, that sounds like it. Okay, guys, so my question is, if the rook comes here, the king goes here, the rook goes here, and the king goes here, I'll just go here then. Didn't we see this position already? Like, quite similar. Let me refresh to keep it dating. Oh, he played, alright. Seems like a draw. However we pray, seems like a draw. What if he tries to move the king here? There will be checks. No, then he will be able to take this, right? Goes back, goes up, goes back, goes up. Something like that. So be smart and come directly at day 15 for 10 minutes game. In Shogi, can players draw? There are 2 ways you can draw in Shogi. One which is by the repetition of the moves. But there is a special rule that you cannot keep infinite checking because that's illegal. But you can imagine a situation where there is like a check, takes, drop, drop, check, takes, drop, drop. Then it's like not infinite check, and that would lead to draw. Or you simply move the pieces in the opening to the same square and it's a draw. And then did it draw? Oh, it's a draw, yeah. Then you have the option of the impasse draw, which is where both of the kings, go to the other side of the board, and you have no way of capturing them because only of the, let's imagine like 10,000 tokens promoted. There's no way to get to the king. So you calculate the points, and depending on the amount of points, basically it's a draw again. And then in professional world, both of them are regarded a little bit differently. I don't remember exactly what's the difference, but one means you have to repeat the title match. The other one is just considered like you don't repeat the game, you just play the next one type of situation, I think. Yeah, like black had the advantage, right? At around here. It seems so. But yeah, quite interesting, quite cool to like see this game with you guys and analyze it. We learned some new terminologies and talked about what is needed to win a game, chess game. Quite interesting stream. All right, guys. Yeah, for 2 games in a row, Ian had some advantage. Hey, you're playing against Magnus, so a little bit of advantage isn't enough. So, guys, I will see you tomorrow, and the stream will be 1 hour later than usual, 5 p.m., because we'll have a special event with our Brazilian friends. So, join us then. And on Monday, we will have the VTuber teaching stream. So if you want to be notified, just join our Discord. Stream Elements, share the link right now so you can click that and join us. And thank you so much joining our Chill Saturday stream, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye!